This is very scary. The future of the series is in question. After a long silence, we received several pieces of news about the fate of Skibidi Toilet, and all of it at the official level. Just recently, one of the YouTubers wrote on Discord that he had received official information about Skibidi, which included 10 answers to our burning questions. In addition, we have more information that will reveal the answers to other questions. We also have new information about episode 80. Your likes will greatly help in promoting this video, so let's get at least 3,000 likes. If you've already liked it, then we'll get started. As we have learned, the third part of episode 79 was entirely the work of Boom, with the exception of the scene build, i.e. the Speakerman base. So anyone who had doubts about this can now rest easy. By the way, in my opinion, there are some hidden moments in part 3, such as the scene where the scientist says that we won't be seeing TV Man in the near future, or the moment when the detective snatches the camera from the Speakerman, where we see the Speakerman in a restrained state as if he had been used. Most likely, this is a secret message from Dafuk Boom, where he is the Speakerman, and the detectives are those who took the helm into their own hands. As for the voiceover when the Speakerman Titan addresses the audience, saying, "Don't wait for him so early." We have already discussed this in previous videos. There is a lot to say about this, but that's not what the video is about. We also learned that Dafuk Boom is officially working on Skibidi Toilet, emergence as an executive producer, and will personally direct key episodes that will change the plot. At least that's what the company wrote. Whether this is true or just text for viewers remains unanswered, because if so, why did Dafuk Boom allow the publication of such a raw episode? Knowing Dafuk, he would never have allowed publication in this form, which is why we waited months for his episodes. It turns out that Skibidi Toilet Emergence is canon, not an alternate universe. As some thought, it will be released in parallel with the main Skibidi Toilet series. This is very sad news for us, as it completely affects the reputation of the original Skibidi Toilet episodes. I hope they will fix this and exclude it from the original universe. As for the news about episode 80, it has been announced that episode 80 will be filmed using the SFM engine, but the full list of people involved has not yet been confirmed. In other words, it is not a fact that Dafuk Boom will be working on the episode. One thing that makes me happy is that the episode will be on the SFM engine. That's already a small victory. We were also told about other projects, for example, that several storylines will be developed during the year, not just the current arc with Lucky and the secret agent. This means that Emergence is not the only storyline. We may be shown other undisclosed scenes, such as the appearance of Astro Toilets or the employees of the Alpha Hills laboratory. This is actually very good news, as we have been wanting to know these details for a long time. But if all this is done on the Unreal Engine and without the participation of Dafuk Boom, it will be a failure, because no one wants to watch another animation in the style of Emergence. The message said that Dafuk Boom got a promotion and now leads a group of employees who report to him. This is more good news, as a professional team will greatly help Dafuk Boom in creating new episodes, although this team is most likely working on a separate project outside of YouTube. No one could have imagined that the Skibidi Toilet series would end this way. No one could have imagined that the company that had supported this project all these years would suddenly take everything and change it 180 degrees. In fact, there is still a chance to fix the situation before it goes too far. We must resist this in order to return everything to the way Dafuk Boom intended. He has always been against poor quality work and even criticized fan-made content. But what is happening now? Dafuk is not reacting to this whole situation in any way. There are abnormal changes happening on his social media accounts. The page name is changing, videos are disappearing and reappearing, and something else. And the worst thing is that he is being forbidden from reacting to this whole situation. Now we all need to unite and speak with one voice as the majority of viewers, and viewers want one thing: to watch Skibidi Toilet and enjoy the original script from the series creator and the natural engine from SFM. In fact, the success of the series depends not on any one person, but on those who watch it. After all, when you create a work of art, you do it first and foremost for those who will watch it, not for yourself or for profit. What's the point of publishing it publicly then? That's why now we all need to unite and express our opinion. Whether it's comments under the video or just a like or dislike, we need to use all available tools to be heard. Yes, Dafuk Boom can't change anything now that he's signed a contract with this company. But we, the viewers, haven't signed anything, and we're ready to go all the way to get the series back on track. And for this, nothing special is needed. We just ask that Dafuk Boom return to working full-time on the episodes, and that all of this be done in the series' natural engine, SFM. And the company can help him with this. Become a sponsor and find the best SFM animators. This will raise the series to a professional level, and new episodes will be released on schedule once a week, or even more often. Now you will hear the opinions of those who have worked with Dafuk Boom.
There's basically an apocalypse going on in the fandom right now, and Invis doesn't seem to care. All they think about is money. I'll explain everything in more detail later, but I just hope that someday people will actually listen, and that the old days, when Boom himself directed every episode, will come back. Though honestly, that hope feels like it's fading more and more each day. I don't know what kind of consequences I might face for saying this. Maybe they'll even try to hit me with a strike, since the contract forbids me from saying anything against them. But if anyone tries to silence me, I'll keep you updated. A lot of what's happening is still within the so-called alliance, but I can tell you a bit about what's going on with the Fan-Made Club, the group Invis licensed to make Skibidi Toilet content. From the Invis side, it's been nothing but confusion and denial. It feels like they don't even have a plan. Everyone's contradicting each other. David L.B., the producer, and probably the one behind Emergence, keeps shutting people down in the Alliance whenever anyone dares to criticize something. Even when I shared my opinion, he came into my DMs with passive-aggressive messages, basically hinting that I should delete what I said. Earlier today, me and other creators had a call with Invisible Narratives. After that call, my faith in them dropped even lower. I couldn't get a straight answer about where Boom is or what his actual role in Emergence is supposed to be. They can't seem to decide whether he's very busy or just taking a rest. As of now, Skibidi Toilet's fate is in the hands of corporate suits and out-of-touch people like Adam Goodman, who clearly have no idea what the spirit of Skibidi Toilet even is. They're talking about continuing the original storyline, like episode 80 and beyond, in SFM, and they say it's coming soon, but they don't even know who's going to animate it. They also plan to pump out more content like Emergence, which they still somehow believe was good. My disappointment with Invis goes far beyond creative decisions. I actually worked for them on 79p3, and because of my material situation, I was looking to receive some payment. But no contract for working on the series was ever signed with me. Instead, I was offered another job with very poor conditions, where the payment was supposed to be made only once for 8 episodes. In the contract I signed to obtain the right to use the license for filming Skibidi-related content, there was also a clause that prohibited me from speaking out against Invisible Narratives in any way. I assume Boom had the same clause in his contract, which may be the reason why Boom is staying silent. I'm far not the only Skibidi Toilet creator Invis has done this to. This whole situation is awful. I feel like I have no choice but to start planning my exit from the Skibidi Toilet fandom. I've never seen this level of frustration and disappointment in the community before. It really feels like it's officially over. They're killing Skibidi Toilet for good.
My opinion is that, honestly, Skibidi Toilet has lost its path totally. It wasn't planned to everything end so soon this way. Invis was completely fine by just doing merch and promotions. But the day they started touching the animation topic, that's when things started going downhill. And I knew this already. The first time they ever announced another engine being used for the series, I was for sure nothing good was gonna come out of that. I'm sure people were expecting something familiar like Dear from Ohio type quality, but in the end, it just crushed our illusions completely. And from what I think, Boom is surely not involved in Emergence. If Boom was involved in it, why don't they just let him voice his own character? Isn't Secret Agent supposed to be his OC after all? And what's up with the first TV man dying to a single astroblast? Knowing Boom, well enough I'm sure that he wouldn't just let all of those inaccurate things slide like nothing, since Boom is very perfectionist with his work, and there's gotta even be a reason at why Invis is silencing him, as if they don't want him to expose certain things, which makes it strange, especially when looking back at that mail where Boom is calling for help, as some fans say. Honestly, I don't even know what to think about this situation anymore. For me, it seems like the end of Skibidi Toilet. As time passes, Boom's channel is slowly gonna start dying. Due to this content farm dynamic that is going on right now, Invis is killing everything, and if they don't manage to do something good and listen to the people for once, then it might be the total end for this series. It hurts to say it, but there's nothing else we can do about it. Neither Boom can do anything. Only time will decide what happens next. Wish some luck for the life of this series, y'all. We can't give up.
This is very bad. Boom is the face of Skibidi Toilets, as silly as that may sound. Without him, Skibidi content will die completely. No matter what so-called professionals take on the work, they won't succeed. Those who got the rights to Skibidi can only hope that Boom doesn't create a new series, because the fans will immediately follow him. We know Boom, and his silence is not typical of his behavior, so we're sure he was forced to stay quiet. We're also afraid that this content will die without him. Like all other bloggers, we want him to come back.
Lately, terrible things have been happening with ST. The quality has dropped, the story's potential has been completely lost. Apparently, Boom is no longer the director and animator of the series. I think it's obvious to all of you that Boom had nothing to do with Emergence 1 or the latest compilation. I know Boom well enough to say that his perfectionism would never allow an episode with such poor quality to be released. Moreover, as many in the fandom have pointed out, he didn't even voice his own character, the secret agent, who has been his OC for many years. If he didn't even voice him, that means he had absolutely 0% involvement in the episode. Boom's channel is turning into a content farm, and I think I'll stop working on the No Cap channel if nothing changes at some point. But if Boom returns to cooking the series like before, I'll definitely reconsider that decision.
I'd also like to share my opinion about the current situation. I think it's no secret to anyone that Skibidi Emergence is completely unnecessary and an absolute failure. Everything about it is bad. The animation, the story, the script, the graphics, and most importantly, the characters no longer feel like themselves. I don't want the same thing to happen to the original series. Even if it continues in SFM, without Boom, it won't be the same Skibidi Toilet that I and many others fell in love with. What I'm getting at is that if Boom doesn't return to making episodes, then, following No Cap, I might also leave the fandom. But don't worry, for those waiting for Part 3, it will come. I'll finish the What If projects that were already in progress. What If 77 Part 3 will be released. In any case, I want to say thank you to all of you for being with me and with us all this time. That said, I'm not planning to leave right now. I'll complete all the animations I've been working on all this time. What happens next? We'll see. But to be honest, I don't have much hope that everything will go back to how it was. I just hope for change, and that we, as a fandom, won't have to flee from the sinking ship that Skibidi Toilet has become. In my opinion, only Boom can make that ship sail like it used to.
I'd like to lay down my opinion on the current situation of Skibidi Toilet and what's been happening recently with the new Skibidi Toilet, Emergence, the fandom, Dafuk Boom, and Invisible Narratives. Like everyone else, I was completely shocked when I saw Emergence. It was poorly made, the animation, plot, models, overall vibe. It just wasn't what anyone expected. It didn't feel like something Boom would make or approve of. I had the same reaction as everyone. I didn't like it, and I started questioning everything, wondering if the series was doomed. Then I decided to dig deeper and try to understand both sides. Here's what the situation really looks like. You can clearly see in the Emergence video itself that Boom is credited as executive producer. That does not mean he directed it or wanted it to look like that. After understanding the situation more fully, I'm convinced Boom is not the actual producer or the one behind the plot of Emergence. That's what I think, at least. It was directed by someone else who clearly doesn't understand Skibidi Toilet that well. And yes, that's a huge mistake and a real problem, but it's also the first episode of a new side series. Mistakes tend to happen. All I and the community ask is that someone who truly understands the series, its lore, and its identity gets to direct Emergence, since it's a side series tied directly to the main plot. It needs proper care in terms of story, pacing, and tone. I'm not siding with Invis or the community. I'm just laying down a logical solution that could actually fix this tension between both sides. If this is figured out, and the creative team receives strong direction on how to accurately execute Boom's unique style and pacing to make it feel as amazing as the original series, or even if it takes a different approach, that's fine. It just needs to be unique, well-made, and fit the DNA of the series. Look at Marvel, for example, or other big franchises. They have different films with different tones, characters, and directors, yet they still pull huge numbers because they keep the essence of what makes the franchise special. Skibidi Toilet can do the same. Now, regarding episode 80, I can confirm it's going to be made in SFM, so basically nothing major will change. We'll still get our usual episodes just like before. The only difference is that Boom used to make everything almost entirely by himself, with little to no help, which exhausted him over the years. He was basically grinding solo, making this peak show and writing it all alone, and he built this incredible community which is honestly insane when you think about it. But eventually, anyone would burn out. It's natural. From now on, there will be a team around Boom making episode 80 under his direction, hopefully, and everything should stay the same creatively. As of now, Boom is on a well-deserved trip to Japan and Korea to chill and have fun after years of grinding. He totally deserves it. Nobody should criticize a hard-working man for taking some rest. He hasn't been kidnapped by Invis or locked in a basement. He's just taking a break. Invis is going to manage things more from now on, while Boom focuses on other projects, probably still Skibidi related. So please, no need to panic or call it the end. Now, about the random uploads on Boom's channel, I actually agree that they're unnecessary, kind of useless, and might hurt the channel's momentum. But from a business point of view, they're somewhat understandable. Boom's uploads are very spaced out, usually once every couple of months, so Invis might be trying to keep the channel active. 117 that said, posting random compilations and commentaries isn't the best solution. Invis should instead focus on creating actual new content, side animations, fan collaborations, character backstories, or even fun bloopers, things that would genuinely keep people engaged and excited. If you don't like the new uploads, just ignore them and wait for the next real episode, like before. If you really think about it, there's no reason for everyone to go to war or rage against Boom or Invis. Nothing big has changed, except that we got a random side series and a few extra uploads. You can just ignore what you don't like and enjoy what you do. The main series is still being made in SFM, and we'll still have our classic Skibidi Toilet episodes like always. I really hope everyone who reads this understands that peacefully. Let's all unite again and not quit or abandon the series we've loved for so long just because of a small shift. Change is always hard to accept at first, but with time, we'll adapt and eventually laugh at how dramatic this all felt.
Share this video everywhere you can so that those who hold the fate of Skibidi Toilet in their hands will see it. The Super Cameraman was with you. Don't give up. See you very soon. Good luck to everyone, and bye for now.